In this video, we're going to discuss shotgun drum magazines for, it would be like the AR-15 style or some of the bullpup styles, and they're referred to as MKA 1919, and I think on this it also has MKA-A3. I don't know. Do your research before you buy any of these things. They're quite expensive, and I'll tell you my experience with them. Okay, and it's another thing. Somebody gave me a ration of crap saying, well, there's all these videos on YouTube saying that this product works fine and there's nothing wrong with it, but you're making a video saying it's junk. And he goes, who's paying you to do this to detract people from buying this gun and buying a more expensive gun? I want to make something clear, okay? I do this basically with my own money. I'm not paid by anyone to do this. I don't have any sponsors. Do you see any ads for sponsors on my videos? Okay. I kind of do this just to give my honest opinion. Okay, I know something about firearms and had a lot of experience. I'm not an expert. I don't run a company where I train people. You know, it's just my own personal experience. And that's the whole idea of me making these videos. I don't have any bias against any of these products. I just try to make the videos, give you my opinion along with everybody else's opinion so you can make a decision. Okay, just wanted to make that clear. Alright, so say you go and you buy one of these nifty ass shotguns that looks like an AR-15 or a bullpup, and it takes that MAK 1919 style, and what that is it's kind of like an AR style mag. The AK-47 versions of the shotguns, okay, which there are several of them, will have a different shaped, shorter metal part on there. Okay, that's how you can kind of visually tell the difference. But that's what I found here. Alright, so, and the price of these things vary, just like the guns. When they originally came out, you know, they were retailing over $500, 5 or more. And now, for about $200 or $250, you know, with everything, you can get one of these guns now. So there's this huge swing in prices. Same thing with the drum mags. Now everybody wanted a drum mag, it's a cool thing to have and all that other fun stuff. And prices vary there. So I was looking, and actually at the time I got these guns, I looked around on the internet and they were sold out everywhere. And I wanted, because a friend of mine wanted one of these guns with a 25 round drum. Well, there's very few of those made, and mostly now they're either like this Pro Mag, which is 15 rounds, 15 or 20 rounds. The Pro Mag magazine, you just have to push the cartridges in. There's nothing on the back to help crank down on the spring, and this thing was like $100. Okay, and I had issues with it. And we'll go to the clip. You know, I got it, loaded it, and then when I put it in the GF99 Deluxe, this is what happened. Try her out. Alright, that was a little unusual. It should have loaded one in there. Let's see. Okay, I took it out of the packaging. As you can see, it's pretty simple. You'd have to load it like a clip and just keep pushing down. Now, fortunately, it didn't crack or break, but it did not fit in the GF99, would fall out when you shot it, but it fits in the GF25 and the Centurion bullpup, and you can shoot it and it will not drop out. So just like the guns, there's a lot of inconsistencies, okay? Now, I had another drum that does fit and does not fall. So, beware. Now, the thing about this is even though I got it to fit in the other guns, I don't know if dropping it screwed it up and it kind of binds, or I don't know if dirt got down there or something is bent or broken. I don't know. And taking this apart, maybe I will, because it's totally useless and I'm out $100. Alright. If you go to the feedback, like whenever product's there, you see the feedback on them there, and I always immediately go to the 1 star, 2 stars. There was a guy, I guess he bought it for a gun, and what he showed is a photograph where all of this was broken in the back here. All this plastic was like shattered. And I guess whatever he said that he used it once or tried to use it, must have fell out and broke. And he tried to get his money back and they wouldn't kind of give it to him because, well, it looks like you damaged it. So you just dropped the damn thing without even using it or having it in a gun and it broke. So I'd stay away from it. I don't recommend it. Now, I had another version, and this one came in a box, okay? Nice heavy cardboard box. And this is a 20 rounder, and this has, you can turn this back, and it will compress the follower and the spring. Now, I was doing a video on this, break from here, show you the clips about how I loaded it and how it works. So, like any of these types of magazines, you got them 2 little rails inside. So then what you would do is you would turn this down, and then this allows you to get the cartridges in. I have a hard time doing this in front of the camera. But you turn the knob on the back and then get a cartridge in. And you want to kind of do it to where you just turn it enough, or turn the thing while placing the cartridge in, like that. Makes it easier. And I'll show you, and you want to consistently do that as you go. And I think the more you feed it, the harder that's going to get to turn. And I'll show you what it should look like once you get all 20. Okay, I got the 20 rounds in. And, you turn this knob in the back a little while you're putting the shell up in here where the notch is. And a little bit of pressure down, slide it back. And you kind of combine that together with this rotating. Because when I was fumbling with it the first time, I'm cranking it down and trying to do it. And if you notice in the back here, you have that opening to count your shells, or to visually look for the brass on your shells in these little ports here, along here. And what you want to do is you want to go and look and make sure that you don't have any empty slots. It's like a gear with teeth, because when I loaded it one time, I turned this too far, and it would actually misalign this, push it further one more time and drop the shell in, and I would have empty spots in there. And basically when you're shooting it, when you get to that empty spot and it's waiting to feed up, I think it would either jam or misfeed. So that's why you want to examine the back of your mag to make sure all your shells are there. Okay, if you follow that, my advice there on how to load it, take your time, because I did it in a hurry and I goofed it up. This thing does work. Now when I did take it out and use it in this GF25, I had issues with basically the ammunition, not so much the drum. And the name on this one is Defense Port. Okay, and it came in a generic box with no commercial labeling or nothing. So Defense Port 20 round drum mag. I think you can get them from Atlantic Firearms, is where I bought this. I'd recommend that, okay, over the Pro Mag. I don't know about others. There's some that are skeletonized. They're really expensive. And some of these things, I don't know if it's just somebody scamming or whatever, they go up to about $500 and anywhere in between. And I've seen some of them, they're having clearance sales on them and they're dropping down, you know, fairly reasonable. But then again, you know, it's kind of like you got to search for it. So that's my thing on the drums. I did get one to work. You know, my question is, do you need one? I mean, a 10-round magazine, even though it kind of hangs out, is a lot easier to use, a lot more reliable. And this does kind of keep it not hanging down that low, but the justification of it, personally I'd use a pump with 5 or 7 rounds in a pump or semi-auto. It's slimmer, streamlined. You know, you fire 2 rounds, you can always shove them up in the tube easily, but a lot of people like these drums, and that's my experience with them. That's my recommendations that I've tested in these guns that you've seen on my channel. Alright, thank you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned.